Hello students, this is the revision class for final year BSc students of biotechnology, which deals with the paper 8 and unit 5, which deals with the stem cells and their application. So in this video I'll try to sum up what are stem cells and their application and regulation. Stem cells are defined as cells that have the potential to develop into many different or specialized cell types. Stem cells are unspecialized cells that are able to divide and become specialized cells of the body, such as liver cells, muscle cells, blood cells, and other cells with specific functions. Stem cells are referred as undifferentiated because they have not yet committed to a developmental path that will form a specific tissue or organ. The process of changing into specific cell type is known as differentiation. In some parts of our body, stem cells divide regularly to renew and repair the existing tissue. The bone marrow and the gastrointestinal tract are the examples of the areas in which the stem cells function to renew and repair. There are two types of stem cells, embryonic and adult stem cells. Embryonic stem cells are obtained after fertilization, where you have 12 to 14 cell stage, and that is in the cell development you have a stage called blastocyst. So there is a cavity blastocele, and this outer layer is called trophoblast, the inner mass cells. So these are embryonic stem cells. So these embryonic stem cells are pluripotent in nature, and they are isolated, cultured in vitro, and these cells are the source for the formation of different other specialized cells like hemopoietic. These are the cells which can form to hemopoietic cells, neural stem cells, and tissue specific stem cells, and mesenchymal cells. So you can form, these have the potency to form any different kind of specialized cells. The adult stem cells, mainly it is bone marrow cells. So bone marrow blood stem cell, it is a precursor for the formation of lymphoid stem cell and myeloid stem cell. So again, these lymphoblasts, they can form B cells, T cells, natural killer cells, and dendritic cells. See, these myoblast cells can form dendritic cells, granulocytes, macrophages, and they are also precursor for the formation of platelets and red blood cells. So coming to the difference between adult stem cells and embryonic stem cells. So adult stem cells, they are found in a differentiated tissue, but they remain undifferentiated. But embryonic stem cells, they are found in 3 germ layers of the embryo. Adult stem cells based therapies have more advantages compared to the embryonic stem cell based therapies. But embryonic stem cell based therapies are not as safe as adult stem cell therapy because the embryonic stem cells, they are more prone to divide and develop into cancerous cells. And adult stem cells, they cannot differentiate it into any other kind of specialized cells, thus they are multipotent in nature. But embryonic stem cells, they can be differentiated into various cell types, they are pluripotent in nature. The stem cells in bone marrow are more, the adult stem cells are more studied. So here the various types of stem cells are studied in the embryo, and you can find the skeletal muscle cell, liver cells, pancreatic cells, all these cells which can be used as adult stem cells, adult stem cell therapy, and only the inner mass of embryo, which in the developing the embryo, where they can be used as embryonic stem cells, which give rise to the other 3 types of germ layers. So coming to the applications of stem cells, so we'll study one by one how these stem cells are used in cancer therapy. So in the cancer therapy, the part which is affected, maybe it will be removed or it will be taken for the diagnosis by a skin biopsy method or blood collection or liver biopsy method. So these after biopsy, the cells are cultured in vitro, and they are reprogrammed by using gene therapy techniques, where the gene which is affected are genetic factors. They'll try to treat these cells by using the gene correction methods, and these repaired induced pluripotent stem cells can be it is used for in vivo for the study of in vivo safety and efficacy. Here, these induced pluripotent stem cells, which of the interest, which are isolated from the patient, can be inserted into the models and study their function and the engraftment. Or these cells can be directly used for the study of modeling, the disease modeling in vitro for pathogenesis research, and the drug dosage can be studied, and in both this, that is by using models or by using this that is study the drug toxicity can be studied in vitro for the treatment of cancer. Okay, the stem cell treatment for the diabetics, as we know that pancreatic cells are usually affected in the diabetic patients. So the bone marrow cells are which are isolated. The bone marrow cells which are isolated, then they are cultured in vitro, and they form the culture in vitro by the isolated cells which are act as stem cells, and they are multiply here, and these stem cells are transplanted into the diabetic patient for their replacement of the affected region of pancreatic cells. The stem cell therapy for cardiovascular disease. The cardiovascular disease, where the affected the cardiac muscles can be removed by the decellularization. Decellularized heart scaffold, these can be grown in vitro. So these the cells, the cardiac cells which are grown in vitro, they are they are immature heart cells. They can be formed into in vitro by matured heart cells, then used to treat the affected area of the heart, where it can then it is that is muscularized. And the patient specific therapies, where from the patient itself the cardiac cells can be isolated and they are transplanted to form a normal functioning of the heart. And also these cells which are grown in vitro can be used for drug testing. So, muscular dystrophy is the disease where there is a degeneration of muscle cells. The inactive muscle cell due to the muscle dystrophy. So, these cells, the affected cells, to treat these affected cells, we can remove by the other cells which are grown here. The active muscle cell in this affected area can be grown. It can be isolated and grown in vitro. In vitro, and these cells which are grown in vitro, so can be transplanted to the affected patient to treat this muscular dystrophy condition. And cells culture based vaccine production, where these stem cells are used, where the cells are cultured in vitro and they are inoculated with the virus for the vaccine production. So these cells are harvested, and these after harvesting they are purified by centrifugation method, and they are added with adjuvants, stabilizers, and they are added with preservative, and they filtered to form a different. So they are collected in the different samples, and they are inspected for the toxicity. They are labeled, they are packaged and marketed after different steps. And the stem cells which are also used for the production of cytokinins, plasmogen activators, blood clotting factors, growth hormones, and insulin. So here the human cell can be used. Here the human cells are selected. The DNA, the gene of cytokinin or plasminogen activator gene or blood clotting factor gene or growth hormone gene or insulin gene can be isolated by recombinant DNA technology, where the restriction enzymes are used to cleave the gene, and the specific gene is inserted to a vector, and these vectors are transformed into bacterial cells. They are multiplied, and from these bacterial cells the specific protein of these therapeutic applications are isolated and used in the medical field. Then how the stem cells are regulated. The stem cells regulation is done by the Food and Drug Administration Center for Biology, Evolution and Research, regulates these human cells, tissues, and cellular and tissue based products. It is intended for implantation, transplantation, infusion, or transfer into human recipient, including hematopoietic stem cells. And the stem cells from the bone marrow, umbilical cord cells, peripheral blood cells are routinely used in the transplantation procedure to treat the patients with cancer and other disorders of the blood and immune system. The stem cells are sourced from the cord blood or unrelated allogenic use, also are regulated by FDA, and license is required for the distribution of these products. The FDA requires the review process in which the manufacturer must show how these products are manufactured so that FDA can make appropriate steps to assure purity and potency. And the areas where stem cell research is prohibited is the research related to human germline gene therapy and reproductive cloning, in vitro culture of intact human embryos, and regardless of the method of the derivation, beyond 14 days of fertilization or formation of primitive streak, whichever is earlier, and the clinical trials involving xenogenic cells. Okay, any research which is related to the human hybrids, it is prohibited, and use of genome modified human embryos and the germline stem cells are gametes for the development of propagation. This is in brief about the stem cells and their application. So I wish you all the best for your theory exams. Okay, thank you.